Hey everybody, Darrell Connor here from the Wrestling Rewind. Had to break the story, had to hop on the channel. I know it's been a while. We are getting back to it. The Bray Wyatt era is over in WWE. But, well, obviously anywhere. This is it. The Fiend Bray Wyatt has been released by the WWE. Holy cow. I'm shocked. I don't know about you guys. No one saw this coming. It's absolutely wild. The former world champion, who is regarded by many as one of the most creative minds in the company's recent history, has been let go after 12 years. In a brief statement, WWE said WWE has come to terms with the release of Bray Wyatt. We wish him all the best in his future endeavors. Wyatt hasn't been seen on screen since the night after WrestleMania 37 in April, where he promised a fresh start. So this is absolutely unexpected. I thought this was a joke. It was some sort of scam. But yeah, it's wild. Alexa Bliss again, who has been working with Bray, obviously said, I am really at a loss for words. Thank you so much, Wyndham, for everything you've done for this company. The most fun I've had is working with you. Such an amazing talent, the most kind person. I am just in shock. Now, there's a couple of things. At the moment, there's no word why WWE did this. We don't know. But there's some things to notice, and it's worth bearing in mind, because look, I have no idea why they did this. It makes no sense. It's crazy. It's more shocking than the Braun Strowman thing, I'll be honest. And obviously Samoa Joe, they brought him back, but this just makes no sense to me. The Fiend, look, Bray wasn't the best wrestler in the world, right? I don't think anyone's going to say here that they're going to defend it. It's just not. Very poor program when he gets to the main event in the ring, but everything else is amazing. He doesn't need to be that great worker in the ring. He just doesn't. It's not important really for Bray Wyatt. Everything else was there. And the Fiend brought people who weren't even super big wrestling fans back into the fold. So, at one point he was that huge, big, amazing character. And WWE just kind of dropped the ball. And once he lost that match to Goldberg, that was kind of it. And he's been floundering ever since. And obviously Alexa Bliss has kind of taken his character. But here's some interesting things. So a couple of months ago, I heard a rumor that Bray Wyatt was going to leave. And this was on What Culture. You can have a look back and see it. This website here, Win Big Sports, so, buy into rumors at your own peril, but it looks like he quit. Or this is one of the things that could have happened. So apparently Bray was upset. He was furious at Vince for not only losing that Randy Orton. We were all upset by that. But then also the fact that there's no plans whatsoever. So maybe this was something that was expected. Now, here's the thing. I don't want to put too much stock into this just yet, and I'll tell you why. Obviously, it doesn't make any sense, right? But if you notice a couple of things. One, they don't use his real name. They just call him Bray Wyatt, right? And usually when they release someone, they use their real name. And they don't. Even here on WWE.com. The release of Bray Wyatt. Now, obviously, that's not his real name. Right? So, that's where I'm kind of like, right. Also, they use a very old picture of him. They don't have him as his current character. They don't have him as the Fiend Bray Wyatt, or, even the Mr. Rogers version of Bray Wyatt. So, I don't know. If there was some kind of reason for it, if there was some kind of angle or not, that I'd be, we would have heard about it. But the Bray Wyatt thing, I don't know. I would have been more like, okay, well, they're going to let him go, or, if we had seen it. We haven't seen him on TV for about 3 months, which is weird in and of itself. But again, he was coming back and I had to kind of build through it. Now, what's interesting about this is his name is Wyndham Lawrence Rotunda, right? And obviously, his dad is IRS and stuff like that. But if they had said Wyndham Lawrence Rotunda, aka Bray Wyatt, would come to the release, in that statement, that would have read a little bit better. We've come, and that's usually what you see. It's usually what you see when WWE announces these releases, but they haven't. The only person who actually referred to Bray as with his real name is Alexa. So I don't know. I would say there are three things that stick with me: the timing of it, the fact that they used this picture, and the fact that his real name is not there. So I would say, right, let's just keep an eye on it. We are going to keep an eye on it. Now, the other thing could be is he could show up in AEW, right? When if he did, then obviously we know this was legit. And he actually does just want to go to AEW where, if those rumors that I talked about with, the creatively, obviously you can do a hell of a lot more in AEW, and it looks like they're gaining traction on that. But all I can say is, it's always good to look at the other side of it. And it's always good to kind of, if something doesn't smell right, to kind of investigate more. And for me, there's just something up about this. Not the first time the WWE have done stuff like this. They actually did it with Daniel Bryan a couple of years ago. So they could be doing it again. I don't know yet. We'll just have to see. But obviously, we're working towards getting back to a live show. A lot of the tech issues have been resolved, thankfully. So we're aiming to go back live on Friday nights as normal. There's a new show going up relatively soon. One of the WCW shows. It's a big AEW show next week, so we're going to be talking about all AEW stuff, the news, the reviews, the rumors, the new signings, and also keep an eye on this as well. So if you guys are new to the channel, thanks so much for checking this video. Please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we will talk to you next time here on The Wrestling Rewind, thewrestlingrewind.com. Bye, guys.